Hello, how you doing? It's Phil Thatch, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a tripod by a company called Falcam, F-A-L-C-A-M. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And it's a travel tripod. It comes in this really nice carry bag. I think I will only use this carry bag for demonstration purposes. I always just strap my tripod on the side of my camera bag. But if you're interested, it does come in this carry bag, which has an adjustable strap that you could put over your shoulder. I would probably adjust that longer. But again, I will only use this for demonstration purposes. I leave my tripods out and I carry them on the side of a camera bag. But there's that. When it's fully folded up, it reminds me quite a bit of a Peak Design travel tripod, just the way the head goes down inside the legs a little bit, and the shape of these legs reminds me of the Peak Design travel tripod. And when you fold it all up like that, it really takes a small amount of space, and there doesn't seem to be any wasted space. But once you open it up, it's a little different than a Peak Design travel tripod. I'm pretty sure the Peak Design has clamps and these has twist locks. And these twist locks are unique in that they only will turn about a third of a turn and then they stop. So it's either fully open or fully locked with just a little bit of a turn. You can't accidentally open it too far. And it just has a really nice high quality feel about it, this tripod. There's rubber around each of these twist rings and they operate really easily. Once you get the tripod set up with the center column not extended, it looks like it's right about 52 inches tall. And then it's easy to extend the center column. And we'll extend it all the way here. And with the center column extended, it looks like it's 62 inches tall. So that's 5 feet 2 inches at maximum height. There's an interesting attachment right here on the side of the tripod. It's called an F22 attachment. I think it's proprietary. I don't have anything that attaches to it, but I believe there are lots and lots of accessories that you can attach with this F22 attachment and just get all sorts of extra use out of this tripod. On the bottom of the center column right here is a hook that you can hook your camera bag to, or you can put your lens filter case right there, just all sorts of uses for it. But if you remove it, and it's nice aluminum, nice metal, then you can completely remove this center column and you can remount the center column upside down. Another thing you can do with this center column, which is kind of interesting, if you want to get your camera and the tripod really low and you want to display the legs out wide, you don't want this center column poking down really far. So they address that with this little device. You can shorten this center. There's two little places to put your fingers right here, and you push up, and as you can see, this little piece pops out. And once that piece pops out, you just push the bottom piece, and then the top piece comes out, and then you're left with this, much, much smaller. So then you can remove the rest of the center column and have a much shorter center column, which will allow you to put the legs out wide and then get the tripod really, really low if you have a use for that. Of course, the best way to do that would be to shorten the legs up as short as they will go instead of leaving it all the way long like I did. And then the tripod looks like this when you get it done all nice and low. When it comes time to put the center column back together, it's pretty easy. There's two dimples and two of the three of this triangle shaped center column. Two poke out and two recess on the receiver, so you can't put it together wrong. If I try to put it together the wrong way, it won't go. Put it on there in the correct direction, snap the top piece into place, pull that down, and it is sturdy. Sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. Now let's look at the tripod head. So here's the tripod head, and it is, I believe, permanently attached to this upper center column piece. And if you want to move it around, it's just one lever. It's not a knob, it's one lever, and you open that lever, and then the ball head moves all around. It'll only lean over about that far unless you're leaning it in the direction of this slot. Then it will lean all the way basically 90 degrees. So if you're the type who doesn't use an L bracket, you should still be able to shoot vertically. And I believe you can probably also do a pano. It comes with this tripod plate, and you attach it with this device. There it's locked, here it's unlocked. So we'll move it over to unlock, and it comes right out. And then to put it back in, you just snap it back into place, and as you saw, this popped right over to the locked position. We'll turn it back to the normal orientation. Oh, also, there's a bubble level. So if you are up here, you can level your camera. And then there's this knob on the side, this little knob. When you loosen it, it allows you to pan, which is nice. Now, me, I'm an L bracket guy, so I would not use this tripod plate. Let's see how this thing works with a camera with an L bracket on it. Normally, if you don't have an L bracket, you would just screw this tripod plate, which has a protective cover on it. But under the little protective cover is a 1/4 and that'll screw onto the bottom of any camera. So this is my Canon R6 Mark II, and I have an L bracket on here made by Small Rig. Usually when I'm picking out an L bracket for a camera, I pick out whichever one's the cheapest. They all, if it's designed specifically for a camera, they all tend to work pretty good. I don't like generic L brackets that kind of fit everything because it's not perfectly designed for that camera. But let's see how well this goes on. As you could see, it clicked right into place and the locking lever went over. And if you want to remove it, you just pull the locking lever. Watch the locking lever when I put it into place. Right now it's unlocked. Start at the back, mount the front, and as you can see, the locking lever moves over. And you can even push the locking lever a little bit further over to make sure it's good and tight. And then you can pan. And of course, with this, let me turn this around so you can see the lever. With this lever, you unlock, and then the ball can go wherever it wants. And once you get your composition set up right where you want it, lock that back into place and it stays. Now, most ball heads, including this one, when you set your camera right in place, it'll droop just a little bit, just maybe a millimeter or maybe even less than a millimeter of droop. And this one does that as well. That's why when I'm carrying really heavy gear, when I have the luxury of being able to carry really heavy camera gear, a lot of times I'll use a geared head, which has gears that move instead of a ball head. But in a travel situation, in a situation where you need a really light, compact setup, this is a better way to go than that. And you can set your composition up and maybe push the camera up a millimeter and then lock it, and it might drop just the slightest amount. And again, that's something that you deal with virtually all ball heads. So now I'm going to work on mounting the camera vertically, and just like when you do it horizontally, start with the back and then click it into place. And I like to push it forward a little bit to get a little extra tightening. And you're ready to do a portrait or a panorama. Really smooth operation on this tripod. So there you have it. It's the Falcam Travel Tripod. Let's see what it says here. A triangle tube. Over here it says 1/3 limited lock. That's these twist locks that only turn a third of a turn between fully unlocked and fully locked. Right here it says TreeRoot. It's the TreeRoot. It's the Falcam TreeRoot tripod. I've really enjoyed talking about this tripod, and I've used it a couple times. It works well. Check it out if you want to have a look at a really small, compact, and fairly light. It's carbon fiber. It's all carbon fiber or aluminum. It's not ultra light, but it's fairly light. check it out if you are into that sort of thing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hit thumbs up if you like the content. Subscribe and hit the bell. Bye bye.